All right, hello, happy solstice. We are now on the other side of our days getting shorter and our days are getting longer. So I'm happy to celebrate that. And today is also Christmas Eve, which means we are just about to the end of our year, the end of holiday hustle and bustle. And so we're going to bring you today the last of our decompressions classes for December. Just taking everything a little bit slower, creating space inside our body, inside our joints, and just creating a little bit more room because there's a lot to make room for at this time of year. So we'll start down on our side. We're gonna do our shoulder rolls, which we did do on our very first decompression day. Again, if you want to grab a blanket, a pillow, something to prop your head up, I encourage you to use any props that will help you get extra relaxed today. So our shoulder roll, laying on our side here, is a very slight and almost unnoticeable. You want to imagine with your core that your sternum, the middle of your rib cage, is shooting a beam of light out, and it should be heading parallel, nice horizontal line with the floor. If I roll onto my back, you see how it starts to shoot up in an upward direction, or if I roll down, that beam of light goes directly into the floor. So I want that beam of light to shoot right out. Think about that sternum staying right there, and then keeping your sternum, it's a very gradual, I'll change my angle so you can see here, a very gradual reach of the shoulders, ever so slight, and pulling back. And with this reach, go ahead, take a big inhale, and then exhale, pull it back, and reach, inhale. I'm not rolling my rib cage, I'm just rolling my shoulder. Go ahead, take one more deep breath as you roll and reach, pull back, and we'll rearrange onto the other side. If you want to just roll over, and I'm gonna switch sides just so we can see, but please stay comfortable as possible. So on our side, nice stacked core. I've got my beam of light from my rib cage, sternum, straight up and forward, and I'm going to roll, just reach forward like I'm reaching for something with my arm, and a roll back, and that's just my shoulder blade here, and my shoulder rolling forward and back. I'm going to take 2 more deep breaths with this very small roll. We're just trying to loosen up and lower tension in our shoulders to start. With that, bring it over onto all fours, and we'll take it into our quadruped position. We're going to go cat-cow, hands underneath the shoulders. Big inhale, push the floor away. And exhale, pull the floor in. Inhale up. And exhale. 3 more with that big inhale. Neck included, and exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the shoulder blades apart. Relax the neck. And take 1 more cat-cow before we settle in to your neutral. Start by reaching one arm forward like you're going to shake somebody's hand, thumb up. We're going to reach that arm up to the ceiling, and then take that arm, dive it all the way down underneath your other arm until your shoulder and head can come to rest on the ground. Let's take a deep breath before we get into our next step. Feel the rib cage expand and compress as you exhale. And then the other arm, kind of just not on the floor. We're going to reach that forward. You can walk it using your fingers as little legs until your arm is stretching up over bicep to your ear. Take another deep breath. We want to feel a stretch in our lower shoulder and overhead. Now, with your same side of that top arm that we just stretched, on that same side, you're going to take the leg and you can dig your toe in, and we're going to slide that leg out. And another deep breath. Allow the weight of your own body and your breath to stretch the shoulder on. And on your next exhale, take that back leg in. Slide that top arm back. And we're going to open up that arm, sliding it out underneath of us and reaching all the way up, back towards the ceiling. Exhale and bring that down. We're going to repeat this on the other side now. Bringing the hand forward, going to shake somebody's hand. Reach up and over to the ceiling. You can mark how far you're able to reach before we stretch. And now take that dive down underneath, bringing the shoulder to the floor. And then we're going to creep that arm over. Take a couple deep breaths here. And digging those toes, same side as your top arm. Slide that leg out. And another big deep breath through here. Letting your body weight and gravity do the work. On your next exhale, slide that knee in. Followed by the top arm. And now big inhale. Let's see how far we can open up. And bring it back down to quadruped. Let's take a cat-cow just to stretch things out. Then we're going to rock back and sit as far as we can onto our heels. Bring your hands in front of your knees. And with this, we're going to take another set of cat-cows. Inhaling, pushing the floor away. Exhaling, pulling the floor in, big arch. And having our knees bent like this, our hips flexed like this, will make it so we're able to isolate that upper thoracic, upper mid-back without irritating our low back, and just focusing on that top half, which is between the shoulders. One more deep breath in your cat and cow. And you're going to gently take fingers to your ear. Don't pull on your neck. Elbows together and open up. Look to the ceiling or behind you. Touch again, and look. 3 more with a touch. Open. 2. And last one. Bring it down. Switch sides for 5 on this side. Bring it in, both hands down. Now if sitting in a kneeling position isn't comfortable for you, find a position that is comfortable for you. If it's cross-legged, if it's sitting straddle on the floor, if you need to elevate, sit on a yoga block, or pile some blankets, folded up blankets, whatever's comfortable for you. But we're gonna take it from a sitting position. Cross your arms over your chest, and we're going to do some T-spine cars. So with this, we're keeping our lower body nice and still, and we're going to rotate. You're going to hunch all the way forward as far as you can. Sorry if my mic is getting muffled. And then we're going to take it over to the side, back, side, and front. And in this way, we're going to explore all angles of that T-spine, just like we do circles in our hip cars, or how we do circles in our shoulder cars. We're going to do circles in our T-spine cars. Now we're going to switch our direction, slowly turn the other way, big circle, to your side, down in front. And let's take one more round. Resting in front. Now we're going to do some neck cars. So shoulders, core is going to stay still. And this time we're going to take our chin all the way back. I'm going to make a double chin here. And keeping that, imagine you're going to draw a big circle with your chin. Looking up, over, down, back into a double chin. So I want you to imagine that kind of swivel of the head. It's not a big neck roll. We're not leaning our neck back. You keep the tuck, and now draw the circle with the chin. Should feel a little different if neck rolls are uncomfortable for you, and don't take this anywhere uncomfortable either. Let's switch the direction. Double chin, over to the side, draw the circle with the chin, draw the big circle with the chin, back into double chin. One more. And center. Last set of cars, we're going to go through our shoulder cars. So make sure we're stacked. How's our neck feeling? And forward like you're going to shake somebody's hand, all the way up overhead. You want to keep your back tucked, no arching. Turn the palm out as you cross behind and circle all the way down. And again, you're going to bring that shoulder up like you're going to reach, shake somebody's hand. Hello. All the way up, behind, and swooping down, thumb forward, back to shaking the hand. The last one in this direction, and then we'll change it up. behind, down, forward. Now let's reverse, back, behind, turn the palm out, reach up and over, turn the palm in, and shake the hand. 2 more in this direction. Make sure we're still breathing, especially through any sticky spots. Nothing should hurt. 1 more. Up, over, and forward. Go ahead, give that arm a rest. We're going to go to the other side. Starting with our reach forward, going to shake the hands, up, behind. Keep the core nice and still. Breathe through any sticky or tight spots. Go nice and slow through them. Find the edge of your range of motion. Then we're going to bring it up and switch our directions and reverse the other way. Behind. And 2. Core is still. This is all just movement in the shoulder joint. And last one. All right, now back to our quadruped. Now that our shoulders are all warmed up, get a little internal and external rotation with a stretch here. So take one arm. We're going to start with our palm out. So you're going to have palm down to the ground and then thumb into the ground. So you're really internally rotating that arm as much as you can. If it's just down to the ground, that's all right. But see if you can really internally rotate and turn your palm out to the side. And then you're going to rock back just as far as comfortable for that shoulder joint. Think about a nice big exhale as you push your hand into the floor as well, and then release. Bring it back up to quadruped. Now we're going to externally rotate all the way the other way. So now palm is up, thumb is facing out, and same thing, we're going to rock back just as far as comfortable. Big breath. And exhale, relax. Bring it back up, all fours. We'll do the other side. So palm is down, and then you're all the way down. Back of the hand is the floor. Thumb facing down into the floor. Rock it back. Pushing the hand into the floor just a little bit, nothing painful. Exhale, relax, release the hand's tension. Bring it back up to quadruped. Rotate all the way the other way, palm up, thumb out, and settle back again. Nice deep breath and relax. Bring it back up. The quadruped. Let's take a cat-cow and just stretch out those shoulders. A little wiggle. And now we're once again going to get comfortable any way you like. do a little bit of manual hand massage, and then we'll work out those hands using the floor and our own body weight. But let's take one thumb, you're gonna push it in at the base of the other thumb and just go ahead, give it a nice massage. You can go up and down from the base of the wrist to the base of the thumb, or you can go side to side, whatever is feeling good. Relax that other hand. Little circles. You can do long strokes and just working that thumb. Thumbs and hands get a lot of work this time of year. You've been decorating or cleaning, writing letters, or packing gifts. That is a lot of work for our hands. So let's take a moment while we're here with our hands and thank them for doing such a great job for us this year. Let's give a hand to the hands. Go ahead, switch to the other side. See if you notice a difference. We tend to start with our dominant hand, our massage. So now that you've switched and you're massaging your dominant hand with your non-dominant, if you notice it feels different, is it more sore, less sore, is it the same? With the muscle, across the muscle, pinpointing into the muscle with a little spiral. Ooh, got a good spot. All right, relax those hands. Just make sure you're comfortable in any way that you can reach the floor with your hands. We'll start with the fingers, just little finger push-ups. So fingers are gonna go down onto the ground, up into the air. Little finger push-ups. Try to spread them apart. Oh, one of my knuckles cracked. And use the floor and your body weight here. Get a nice stretch out of those fingers. Little finger push-ups. Boop. Breathing as we do so. You know, a funny thing about the hands is when our shoulders are really tight, we can do some massage, stretching in the hands, and it will help alleviate some of the tension up into the shoulder. Might find you feel a little more open through the rest of the body if you do a hand, finger, forearm massage. Now that our fingers are nicely pressed out, full palm on the ground, and then wrists up, wrists down, little wrist push-ups. And we're still going to stretch the base of the fingers when we do that as well as in addition to our wrists. So little wrist push-ups, up, down, up. Go ahead, interlace those fingers, give them a nice little wavy wave, stretch them out, give them a nice squeeze, give them a nice stretch, you can push them out, whatever feels good. And we're gonna finish much like we started, but we're gonna take it all the way to the top level with a full body roll. So this is going to be led by our shoulders. Here I am laying on the ground and I'm going to lift one arm up. Now my body is going to be super, super passive, and it's almost like I'm pretending somebody's dragging me by the hand. So that hand is leading, then my shoulder, then, forgot one important detail, everyone. Take that second arm and lift it up so we have something to roll over. Otherwise, you're gonna get trapped like I just did. So your hand is pulling, then that shoulder is coming over. And now that we're on our side, keep reaching that shoulder. And I want my shoulder to come to the ground first. and then the rest of my body to roll over. Please excuse my mic being squished. I'll do my best. Now let's roll it back. Take that same hand, lift it up, and now someone's pulling you back. Your shoulder is going to lead, and your hips are going to follow. My shoulder's going to hit the ground first, touch down, and then my hip inlet. Let's try it again with the other side. Hand is pulling, pulling. My shoulder is reaching over. And now I'm on my side. My shoulder is going to keep going and reaching until my hips follow. And reverse, taking that hand, reaching it back. My shoulder is raised up, rolling, rolling. Shoulder touch down, hip touch down. Looks like my legs ended up crossed. I'm gonna take off my mic so I can really roll here. And we'll do one more in each direction. I think this should still, yes, it's still working. All right. We're taking off the clip-on mic so we can really roll. So here we go. Arm up and over. Shoulders coming up and off. Rolling onto my side. And my hips are going to follow as the last thing. Boom. Now I'm going to take it back, arm back, shoulder first. And hip second. Feels very good. Feels very good to let it all just roll into place. Let's do one more. Hand over. And you know, if you can get a volunteer to drag you by your hand gently, that would feel really good in this too. You could be totally passive. Rolled into my wall. Here we go. Roll back, shoulder first. It's going to come in for a touchdown. And then the hip. As a last little piece, probably take those knees into your chest. Let's bring it in for our big hug, our big squeeze that we've been doing for 2 years. Thank yourself for doing something nice for yourself all year in 2021. You took care of your body, and that is incredible, and I am proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. Let's roll up, rock up into sitting. Give yourself a pat on the back, and that will bring us to a close for our 2021 classes with Train Like Molly. I hope you feel a little less stressed and can go about your remaining holidays with a little more space for everybody else and for yourself as well. I will see you in 2022. We'll get more stuff in our MACE category. We'll get more stuff in our conditioning categories. I see some fun things coming to us in 2022. So thank you. Also, personally, I appreciate your support, and it's been quite the journey to reflect on and to look forward to with doing these online classes and getting to have my own space to just share how I like to move. So with that, take care of yourself. I wish you lots of health and happiness and peaceful times, and I will see you next year.